And one big difference between certain doctrines that are telling us this world is not real and the teachings of perfect living masters, one big difference is the masters don't say, we are sitting in hell, run out of it, go somewhere. They say, discover the truth, this very hell can become heaven. They don't say you to run away anywhere. They don't say enlightenment comes by running into forests or giving up everything. The surrender should be surrender of the mind within your own head. Outside surrender means nothing. I have traveled in some very remote areas in India and elsewhere and seen people who are doing meditation up in the mountains of Himalayas. I was working there on jobs and I have seen them in the forests of Dandakarnya, remote forests where there were no pathways, where people have to walk on stilts because there is nothing, there are snakes and bushes all around. I walked on stilts too, but the two people helped me lest I fall amongst the snakes. I have seen those places and I have seen people who have run away from society in order to go to these forests and to these mountains in order to get enlightenment. And all they talk about when you talk to them is what they left behind. They have not left anything behind. It is all in their mind. If you like pizza, back to Shakey's pizza. If you like pizza and you eat it, you enjoy it. But if you go away into the forest and you can't get pizza there, will you be able to meditate? Your mind every time you say, oh, I left pizza behind. By running away physically does not give you any chance for meditation or enlightenment. Yet we think if we run away somewhere, we'll be able to get something. People who have run away have got nothing, they had to come back. Therefore, what we have to find is where we are, what we are doing. Just like a lotus flower. A lotus flower is in the water. The roots are in the dirt, but the flower remains pure and above. We should stay where we are, but our awareness should be above all this, so that we are aware of who we are, why we are here, what we are doing here. It's all an opening of higher awareness. It's an opening of real knowledge of who we are and how we can do things very well in this world. To be a good meditator, to get enlightenment, you do not have to leave any of your activities you are doing here. You can do your jobs very well. You can have families. You can take care of your children. You can take care of your friends. You can take care of society. You can do anything you like and still raise your awareness and know this is a light show in which you are participating. Higher awareness has nothing to do with these things. You can live both equally well. The outward life of this, we live in this world, is not going to be affected by your higher awareness of knowing who you are. Therefore, to run away from things is not necessary at all. We don't have to run away. This is one of the big things that I learned from great masters' teachings, whose Bandara we are celebrating today, that we can perform all our functions. I did all kinds of jobs myself. I worked in a private company. I worked for the government. I did business where I came to this country to make money. In all these three, I was successful. Because they had nothing to do with my enlightenment or my master sitting inside and guiding me or helping me. The two things are not clashing at all. In fact, I was on jobs in India where people thought that to sit on that chair gives you a lot of power. They call it that this is kissa kursi ka. That's all a matter of the chair you sit on. That a dumb fellow can be put on that chair, he becomes wise. those kind of jobs. And yet, in spite of those, people thought once you sit on that chair, for example, they told me, you can never be a businessman because of those chairs of authority, like secretary of a department of government or head of a department or a commissioner of a division. When you are holding those positions, which I did hold, you are always right. The officer who sits on the chair is always right. In business, the customer is always right. They say you can't do both things. I did both things. When I did that, I was right. When I did business, customer was right. Where's the problem? So long as you know, this is merely an act. This is merely a life that we are living through like an act on a play. It's just a play. And your awareness is beyond that. The awareness is watching the play. You are best able to live life if you say you are watching this play from behind the eyes in a comfortable chair, and that's the place where you become an audience, where the world becomes a spectacle, a show for you. And that simple exercise should not be difficult. We did a little bit just now in the meditation session. If you can just practice that, and I am not saying that you have to spend your life on that. Lead your life. 5 minutes in the morning. Get up first thing, 5 minutes in the morning, and sit inside there and look at the world from there. 5 minutes at night before you go to sleep. Sit there and imagine what the world look like when you spend the whole day here and have wonderful dreams. Spend 5 minutes morning, 5 minutes night, you are on the way to enlightenment. But if continuously you say, no, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it when I'm free, I'll do it when I retire, this is too much, at this time I'm too busy with the chores of this world, I can't do it, then you miss the bus. Because the thing is that a momentum is created when you constantly visit the space in which the truth is held, which is inside you. If you don't even visit it, you forget about it, then you are drowned in the affairs of the world. The truth is, if we want to really be a spiritual person, live a spiritual life, we must change our priorities. Our priority number one should be the spiritual life and to sit inside at least in the morning when we get up and when we go to sleep. Priority number one, no matter what's going to happen, everything can wait. If you make that your priority, you'll be building a momentum towards your own spiritual growth and discover new things. But if your priority is, no, I'm very busy, I have so many commitments here, there, and I'll do this is secondary, I'll do it tomorrow, it never works. And nor is it good to say, I do good meditation on weekends or once a month. You lose all momentum, you start all over again every time. But 5 minutes daily maintains the momentum and you keep on making progress. This is a question of setting up priorities. And I am saying this from my experience that I have seen all sides of this. That if we give priority to being who we really are, a spiritual being, we are not people who can find spirituality, we are spiritual beings who happen to be here temporarily. And if we can recognize that every day, we will keep the awareness at that level.